Hello, everyone. My name is Sharon C. Jenkins, and I am the host of the 40 Plus and Flirty Summit, Dating Summit. And I want you to know that this is the place where you're going to get your questions answered. Now, don't worry about showing up. Just make sure when you show up, pajamas, dressed to the T. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you have your listening ears on. And today I have a wonderful guest. His name is Bishop Gregory M. Davis, Sr., and he hails from one of my favorite cities, Detroit, Michigan. He is a distinguished spiritual leader and global influencer, and he is recognized as one of the most sought after bishops ever in the United States. And then you have over 30 years of dedicated ministry, Bishop.
Yes, ma'am.
You've spent your life spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Now, tell me a little bit more about this oil of joy.
So, first of all, is it's a blessing to be with you and your viewers and those that are attending the conference. And shout out to everyone that's watching this. So, some years ago, maybe 30 years ago, the Lord gave me um, the theme of my overall ministry is pouring the oil of joy into the world. And
Mm,
so that's in every aspect of what I do, even as it's evolved into when the right one comes, my relationship component of ministry, because I still consider it as ministry. So I tend to feel like I'm pouring the oil of joy. So many people have my ministry is that of healing.
mhm,
And I've had so many people stop me on the streets, send me notes, send me DMs, send me messages saying that I got out of a relationship because of you. I decided not to marry this person because of you. And most people would say, "Well, that means you broke up some people." That's okay. It's rather I'd rather break them up before they do it than for them to
yeah.
do it and then need me. So I'm pouring the oil of joy, giving people better perspective of marriage, and I believe God calls us to heal where we've been hurt.
Mhm,
And so
mhm.
I went through divorce after 20 years, and so I'm helping to pour the oil of joy into the world.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
Yes.
Today, our topic is dating after 40, faith, discernment, and healing. Okay, so you counseled thousands of singles, probably hundreds of thousands of singles. Now, what was the biggest shift for someone over 40 who is pursuing this dating realm? Because modern dating isn't the same as it was 20 years ago. Talk to me a little bit about what do you see as the thing that we need to consider us date later daters is we put our hands to the plow and move forward into dating.
Most of the people that I talk to that are getting back into or dating in their 40s are those that have been through divorce. Not all, but most.
Mm-hmm.
And the landscape has changed in the last 15, 20 years. Most of them maybe got married early and now find themselves as a divorcee, and they out here like, oh my God, it's different. And I think to sum it up is to get back into it in a world that you're not accustomed being into
Mm-hmm.
tends to be fearful.
Mm-hmm.
When you've been with somebody, like I was married for 20 years, you've
Mm-hmm.
been with that person, you've really been with that person, then now you find yourself waking up one day and you're single. Like
Mm-hmm.
I never forget, it was a Labor Day weekend, and I had moved back to Detroit from Philly, and I was now divorced. And I
Mm-hmm.
got up on Labor Day, and I'm used to smelling ribs in the backyard, and my ex-wife is cooking and all that, and I get up to reality that I'm here alone in Detroit, and I
Mm,
said, "Wow, everybody's gonna be with their family." And I go outside to take my 5 mile walk, and it's people all over the place
mm,
because we had um grew this tradition of ours on holidays when that was our tradition. That is not
mhm,
what everybody is doing. So I had to reacclimate myself
mm,
to that. I had we had developed some traditions that was our traditions, but was not everybody else's, and that I could do whatever I wanted to do because now I'm single. I think what most people don't understand is that you now can do whatever you want to do. You
mhm,
can go when you please. See, I always look at things to the positive. Yeah, you're 40,
mhm,
and really, 40 is not old. We tend to
mhm,
think that that's old because let me go here. We have this unseen time clock that, especially women, they put a
mhm,
time clock on themselves.
mhm,
Oh Lord, I'm 40 years old, I ain't got nobody. Lord, I'm 40, ain't had no children. Lord, I'm 40 and haven't been here because I don't have a husband or don't have a wife. You've only just begun to live.
mhm,
There's so many that are 40 and enjoying life, but we've put this time clock on ourselves that something has to be done by a certain time.
mhm,
You put that on yourself. And
mhm,
so it's reacclimating yourself to a new norm.
mhm,
It's a new world. We have social media now. A lot of people, when they were married, got married before, they didn't have social media.
mhm,
You can now date online or offline. You can now date in the DMs or the messaging. You can now not give a person your number and tell them look you up on Instagram or Facebook. And then if you don't want to talk to them, you can block them. I mean, it's a new world out here that
mhm,
if you don't be careful, you will be afraid of some tools that really can help you and help you be safe. But
mhm,
I think we had the first thing I would say to somebody is get out of your mind that there's a time clock on you and
mhm.
that if you don't do it right now, you're gonna miss out.
So let's talk a little bit. I love to hear you talk specifically to women who are fractured because of divorce or because
Mhm.
of repetitive bad relationships. What
It's
advice?
really not bad relationships, it's bad decisions.
Okay, bad
You
decision.
you 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 use the word, and I don't know if you go into it later. And I've been doing these prayers for the ladies on my social
Mhm,
media, and
mhm.
that is discernment. I
Oh.
pray that every woman, every man, every woman especially would use discernment in your choices,
Mhm,
in your picks. One thing you never do, you never pick from an unhealed place.
mm,
Make
mm,
sure you heal before you pick.
mhm,
Because if you pick from a unhealed place,
mhm,
you're going to pick the wrong person. You're also going to pick somebody that's unhealed themselves. You
mm,
can't see it because you're not healed. And
mhm,
so we two reasons why we have bad relationships. And I'm talking from experience what I've done. Number
mhm,
one, we rush because of
mhm,
that time clock. Number two, we make bad choices, bad
mhm,
picks. The first one is the second one is because of the first one. What do
mhm,
you mean? We make bad picks because we rush.
mhm,
You need to see all seasons, at least try to see a person in all seasons of their lives.
mhm,
You don't know what a person's going to do if life starts lifing. I mean,
mhm,
you could have a good run with somebody for 6 months and then you say, "Oh, this is my person." But then life hits. How do they handle stress?
mhm,
How do they handle loss?
mhm,
How do they handle when they don't have money?
mm,
How do they handle when the money is funny and the change is strange? You
mhm,
don't see them. See, we
mhm,
often say, Sharon, that, oh, they changed. They didn't change.
mhm.
People don't change like that. What happened is you didn't wait long enough to see who they really was.
So, what about women who have this huge list of qualifications that they want men to meet before they say, yeah, even before they say, yeah, I'll go on a date with you. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So let me say this. I'm not opposed to lists. I
Mm-hmm.
think lists tell you what your non-negotiables are.
Mm-hmm.
You should have non-negotiables. They also tell you what your deal breakers are. Don't you write a list out for your vision? Write the vision, make it
Oh,
come.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So a vision of who you want, a man or a woman, all right? You should write a list.
Mm-hmm.
But as you go through dating and relationship, you may take something off the list, or you may say, "We I'm talking to you, and right now I have my podcast going on Clubhouse, and today, guess what we were talking about? 80-20 rule.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
what you just asked me. 80%.
Wow.
What if you get 80%, but they're lacking 20%?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go to talk to somebody else for the other 20? Then that
Ooh.
means they lacking the 80 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So are you willing to put up with somebody that has the 80 but don't have the 20? Here's what I say. I say it's according to what the 20 is. Okay. If
Mm-hmm.
20 of it is cheating, no, we're not gonna put up with that 20.
Mm-hmm.
If 20 of it is poor communication, that's a 20% we
Mm-hmm.
can't afford to give up. If 20% of it is bad financial management,
Mm-hmm.
that's the 20% that we can't afford to give up.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ask yourself in this list, what do you need versus what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Some things, like young lady said on the thing, she said, I used to didn't want a man that had tattoos until I got tattoos. So
Ah.
that means you missed a lot of men with tattoos that might have been good men who got tattoos when they were younger.
Oh, I see. I
Does that make sense? She
Oh,
said, but now that I have tattoos, I want a man. Or you may say, I don't want a man with children. Well,
mm-hmm.
you 40 something years old. Chances are their children are grown. You ain't gonna have baby mama drama like a young girl.
Mm-mm.
You know what
Mm-mm.
I'm saying? Like when a woman meets me, because I'm saying woman meets me and says, how many kids you have?
Mm-hmm.
That's not relevant to me
Mm-hmm.
because my kids are grown. You're not gonna have a problem with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know, but most of the time, here's the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
We make these lists and requirements for who we want, and we haven't become who we need to be for what we asking for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard.
Most of the time, we have these lists
Uh-huh.
of what we want when the
Mm-hmm.
right one comes.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue is we have not become the person that person would even be attracted to.
Mm-hmm. I see.
You got to make sure that you increase your value for
Mm-hmm.
what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask all day long for that long list, but when he looks at you, he may say, "No, you're not even what I want." So
Mm-hmm.
make sure what you're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the whole mantra behind when the right one comes.
Mm. I hear you.
Become the right one
Mm-hmm.
so that you can draw the right one.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So let's talk a little bit about non-negotiables. I understand that those are the things that we just will not tolerate, or the boundaries that we put up so that we can keep self happy and whole. So let's talk a little bit about the women who haven't yet established those boundaries or established non
My
negotiables.
grandfather used to say, it's so simple. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Uh,
He says, Sonny, if you don't, and that's what your non negotiables are.
mm-hmm,
You learn your non negotiables through lessons of bad relationships, bad decisions.
mm-hmm,
All right. Every relationship is a lesson. And then you should be writing down, oh, no, you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. Nope, nope, you're not going to physically or mentally abuse me. Nope,
mm-hmm,
non-negotiable. He don't have a credit score of at least 700 or 650 or whatever. Nope,
mm-hmm,
because you're not going to mess up my 800.
mm-hmm,
All right. Uh, nope, you don't have a house. You don't even like you live with. You know, there's some grown men that still live with their mama.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah. So, what is your non-negotiable? Like, I'm not talking about preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 6'2" is a preference.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Skinny, full body, that's a preference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No
Mm-hmm.
gut,
Mm-hmm.
no beard, a beard. Those
Mm-hmm.
are preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's nothing wrong with your preference.
Mm-hmm.
But if this man has great character, integrity, works hard, makes good money,
Mm-hmm.
and he's 2 inches shorter than what you asked for, you mean to tell me you're not going to talk to him? I'm
Uh,
just saying.
yes, I hear
Does
you.
that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It does.
You gonna not talk to him because he got a beard and you don't like beards,
Mm-hmm.
or you want a man with a beard, but he checks all of the integrity, the character, hard work, and take care of you, respect you, talk to you right.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make? I think a lot of people are single because of aesthetics,
I see.
and there's nothing wrong. Trust me, I have my likes of what I like, kind of woman I like, and all that. Has it
Mm-hmm.
prevented me maybe of finding the right? Probably so.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to ask yourself, how important is that?
Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about dating apps. How should a woman prepare herself to start online dating when she's never done? She's been married for 23 years and all of a sudden she's divorced or widowed. What are some tips that you would give a woman who is about to start online dating and she's never done it before?
Same tips I give them sitting in front of somebody. I actually think social media, and so there's two different things. There's social media dating, where you go into somebody's DM on Instagram, or you go into somebody's messages
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook, or you message somebody in TikTok, or you message somebody in YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
or Bum, or any of those social media apps. Then there is online dating, like Bumble and all those things,
Mm-hmm.
Christian dating and all that. Um, I think you approach it the same way you approach going out. I actually think it's safer to date online.
Mm-hmm.
I think you get to know a person better online.
Mm-hmm.
You meet somebody at a bar, or you
Mm-hmm.
meet somebody. I know it's Christian, but still, they go.
Yeah, they go to bars.
They go to bars.
Christian people go to
Yeah.
bars. Yeah.
You go to a restaurant, you go to a concert, you meet somebody, you go out to dinner with them.
Mm-hmm.
You're attracted to this person.
Mm-hmm.
You tend to move faster looking at their looks than you do listening to what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
When you on the phone or you on social media communicating with them or on a dating app, you tend to listen to them more. I think dating on social media and online helps to discipline you a little more,
Mm-hmm.
because you can find yourself moving faster in person
Mm-hmm.
and not listening to anything that person says.
Mm-hmm.
I think either one, you have to be cautious. You can
Mm-hmm.
go out with somebody and they can grab you and you never seen again online. You can meet somebody and then meet them and they catfishing you, meaning they ain't who they are. So I think we got to get over the fear of things that we're not familiar with. 23 years ago, there was no social media, online dating.
Mm-hmm.
So just like it wasn't that for dating, it wasn't that in social media. It wasn't that in a lot of things that now we approach.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, most people don't even have um cable TV now. They
Mm-hmm.
stream, everything's
Mm-hmm.
streaming. Just like you get used to, I mean, we probably would have never did this.
No, no, we wouldn't.
This is the birthing of the pandemic. Us
Mm-hmm.
doing this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the birthing of the pandemic, where
Mm-hmm.
your people can come, but you don't have to send for me. You don't have to pay for me to come there. You
Mm-hmm.
you talk to me here and you play it during your conference, just like you're doing this.
Mhm.
and they're sitting here watching this, it's the
Mhm.
same way with dating. You have
Mhm.
to adjust your mind,
Mhm.
okay, to this is a different way of finding somebody.
Mhm.
I can look at them way before they know I'm looking at them. I can like their pictures. I can put my handkerchief down. And if they don't answer my message or my DM,
Mhm.
that's not rejection. I don't know you.
Mhm.
Next.
So, if you notice, a lot of my questions are centered around women because those are the
That's who I talk to mainly.
good, because those
Yeah.
are the people that usually come to this type of summit. So, if
Yeah.
if you were talking to a group of women face to face, you're at the podium and you're giving them the top three things that you want to share with them about dating in today's world, what would those top three things be?
Number one, make sure you're healed.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure there's no residue of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you're over them, totally over them, out of your system. Esther, before she went to see the king,
Mm-hmm.
she had to go through 6 months of purifying. She had
Mm-hmm.
to get out of her what was in her to go see the king.
Mm-hmm.
I almost shouted off of that. She had to purify. And then Esther had to put on perfumes. She had to smell good. She had to take off what was and put on what will be. And
Mm-hmm.
so make sure you go through the process of healing and you smell good.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning not your not I'm not talking about your perfume. I'm talking about the smell of you, that you have a great personality.
Mm-hmm.
You, you, you. First thing, make sure you're healed. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure you're whole.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're whole. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Make sure you're a complete person. You're not going to take 50%. Make sure you're 100. Both parties should take 100 to the
Mm-hmm.
table. So make sure you're healed, make sure you're whole, and
Mm-hmm.
then make sure you know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
Bishop, you didn't say nothing about them because it ain't about them. The whole focus is you.
Yes, yes.
This time of singleness is for you to get yourself together instead of taking all your time. Now, this is what I would say to them of thinking about who you want. Who
Mm-hmm.
you want is based upon who you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just said something.
Oh, absolutely.
Whole, healed, whole, and knowing what you want.
Mm,
And you know what number four would be? Knowing what you don't want.
mm.
Knowing what you don't want is just as important.
Yeah, I like the example you gave about Esther because she was taken from one environment into
Hmm.
a totally different
Hmm.
environment. And she literally had to change not who she was, what she was made of, but how she postured herself
Hmm.
in that environment. And she won as a result of that. So that's huge. Let's talk a little bit about so you find someone or someone finds you and you guys are clicking. What are some of the things that you should look for before you take the step into a deeper relationship?
Well, when somebody finds you, talk less and listen more.
Mm, mm,
Ladies, you talk too much when you meet somebody. And all those questions, those interview questions that you ask, all them questions
mm-hmm,
means nothing
mm-hmm,
because the wrong one can say anything.
mm-hmm,
You like children? Yeah, I like children too.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like children. Me too. You like you like a man with a good job? Oh yeah, well I'm a man with a good job. That's what I am. Yeah, he'll say whatever you want him to say just to get what he want. And what he wants sometimes ain't what you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So so my thing is take your time and watch if their words line up with what they say.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And as soon as you meet somebody, just because you're vibing,
mm-hmm,
it don't mean they're the right one.
mm-hmm,
All right. It's more than just vibing and having a good time. Good time don't mean alone time. And make sure y'all want the same thing. Make sure that he wants commitment.
Mhm.
Now that's not the question you ask in the beginning. You just find out if you like the person. Because
Mhm.
before you want to be committed to him, you gotta like him.
Mhm. That's
Sometimes
true.
we ask on the first date. So you want to commit a relationship? Well, Bishop, I might ask that because I don't want to waste my time. Waste your time for what? You on a date. Enjoy the sushi, enjoy the steak,
Uh-huh.
enjoy the prime rib, enjoy the lobster,
Mhm.
enjoy the company. See if
Mhm.
you even want to go on another date with this person. We
Mhm.
go right to the. So I want to be married. You gonna scare a man away.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm lonely. You seem desperate.
Mhm.
What did Ruth do? Ruth went to the field
Yes, she did.
and worked. She
Yes.
worked in his field.
Yes.
She was noticed because she was in the field working.
Mhm.
Boaz came back from a business trip and said, "Who's that over there?"
Mhm.
Don't spend your time
Mhm.
sitting there waiting for a man. Work your thing.
Mhm.
All right. And then if he sees you, let him come over. Let
Mhm.
him do what he do. She
Mhm.
already had a reputation. He said,
Mhm.
I heard about you already. You the one that came back with Naomi. You're the
Mhm.
Moabite.
Mhm. Mhm.
Huh?
I think
From,
what.
from Moab. So even if you like them,
Mhm.
don't like them more than they like you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Don't put out too much.
Mhm.
Let
Mhm.
them, let it gotta match.
Mhm.
Problem is we chase people that don't want us.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. So you make me think about. I love the story of Ruth and Naomi, and I love it because there was counsel there, and Ruth had ears to hear specifically what Naomi said to her. In today's world, there's this clash between the generations where, for example, maybe the younger people, and even I'm finding out now as we do these summits, that sometimes the older people, they're kind of stuck in their ways, and they often don't want to listen to good advice. What do you have to say about that? How do we open up communication so that we can be our best selves, take care of ourselves, and be our best selves?
Stuck in your ways means you're gonna be stuck by yourself. That's the bottom line.
Uh-huh.
You got to be open. If you're closed, nobody. You're gonna be by yourself. You don't get to complain about what you won't change.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting there saying, "I'm not changed. This is what I." No, 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 no. I'm not talking about your non-negotiables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm talking about the getting out. So most Christian women pray for God to send them somebody,
Mm-hmm.
but they stay in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true.
Okay, there's no milkman no more.
Mm-mm.
All right. FedEx man and the UPS man, they ain't saying nothing to you. All right. You gotta get out.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
gotta you gotta get out.
Mm-hmm.
Most people pray and don't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to go by themselves. You waiting for a man to come take you to Dubai. He ain't taking it. No, take yourself to Dubai and the man may be in Dubai.
I love it. I love it.
Take yourself to Ruth Chris Morton's or
Mm-hmm.
whatever steakhouses in your city or whatever seafood place.
Mm-hmm.
And he may be sitting over there.
Mm-hmm.
And always go out like a man is getting ready to look for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you going to the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you going to the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
Always be dressed like somebody is getting ready to find you.
Mm-hmm.
You're findable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And watch what you comment on. Even
Mm-hmm.
those of you that are on Facebook, you comment and say bad things about men, but that means you're not hurt. I mean, you're not healed. You say bad things about men and they watching. I meet men every day. I talk to women. Hey ladies, that's the way I start off. Hey ladies. But men stop me on the streets
Mm-hmm.
and they say, man, I watch you all the time. I say, why you don't say nothing? Say, we
Mm-hmm.
just be watching what the women be saying. They're
Oh,
watching.
wow.
Always act like a man. The right one is possibly watching you, but
Mhm.
you can't pray for God to send a man
Mhm.
to cross your path and you
Mhm.
don't go nowhere.
Mhm.
You gotta change your thought. It's not the old days no more. All
Mm-mm.
right. All
Mm-mm.
right. You gotta be relevant. How do
Mm.
you stay relevant? By reading, by
Mm.
buying books. I got 4 books on relationship. Go to my website.
Mm.
All
Mhm.
right. Four
And
books.
before we finish, Bishop, just give us a little snapshot about your latest book on relationships, because we're
When the wrong one comes. I did a whole book on the
mm,
wrong one
mm,
because you got to know what the wrong one looks like in order to get the right one.
mm-hmm,
All right.
mm-hmm,
You can go to my website, Greg Davis Show at GreatDavisShow.com, GreatDavisShow.com. When the
mm-hmm,
wrong one comes, talks about non-negotiables, deal breakers, even talks about, um, there are women that have kids that are younger in their 40s. So it's a whole area in the book. It talks about meeting a man and you got children. Now,
mm-hmm,
watch this. When I got married, my daughter, my I don't call her stepdaughter, but Erica was 7.
mm,
Okay, her mama was in her late 30s.
mm-hmm.
Um, um, Erica was 7. Derek, her son, was 16.
Oh, wow.
I had to come into that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they got to figure out what to call me. Who is it? He already figured he was the man of the house at
Ah,
16. So we literally almost fought. She's 7, a girl. You got to be trusted. Got to make sure who you bring in nowadays, who you bring in over your children. So
mm-hmm,
there's a possibility, even though you're 40, those of you that are watching, you may have younger kids or kids that's not 18 yet.
mm-hmm,
So it talks about all that. Then I have 2 books. It's a workbook and a book that talks about the do's and don'ts of dating. Those are
mm-hmm,
perfect because you're getting back into dating.
mm-hmm,
Do's and don'ts of dating. And
mm-hmm.
then my other book is the compatibility factor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah, that talks about Naomi. It's a whole thing about Naomi and Ruth. It talks
Uh-huh.
about Boaz. So those books are available on my website. Invest in yourself if you're just getting back in here. Another person, R.C. Blakes. That's my guy. That's like my brother.
Mm-hmm,
Uh, Bishop R.C. Blakes. He has great relationship stuff. There's people out there. Hey, future wife. All those guys. We're out here talking to the ladies from a man's perspective. And
mm-hmm,
so you can't read too much when you're getting back out here. Get different perspectives and
mm-hmm.
then take different things that are good for you. But you gotta get out the house.
Mm. So, Bishop, that's the whole reason why we do the summit. We're not a dating app or anything like that. We're an informational portal.
Hmm.
And we are kind of like the traffic cop. We direct people to information that will help them make informed decisions about dating, because my whole mindset is wrapped around the fact that if you still want love, you can have it. You know,
Hmm.
God will make it available to you. But I love the practical steps that you shared with the audience. Matter of fact, I've got a whole list of questions here, and I started to try to ask you these questions, but the Holy Ghost switched the script on me, and I was like, okay, I hear you. Just ask questions. And I can tell you such profound words of wisdom that you shared are echoed with the other speakers, common sense things that we either have never been taught or we know them, but we're so uncertain in this modern world. And we're not quite sure, especially if we were in a bad relationship or made bad choices, as you said. We don't know. We're kind of timid or afraid to step forward into the dating arena. So thank you for
You're
what
welcome.
you do.
You're welcome.
Yes, because you had this girl. I'd be on Instagram and I'd be checking you out. I'd be like, oh, quiet, quiet, quiet. I got to hear this. So, and so it's so important that people have the information that they need in order to make the right choices. And again, I thank you for that. What are your parting words of wisdom?
My parting words of wisdom, again, thank you for having me. My parting words of wisdom, I want to go back to emphasizing become what you desire,
Mhm,
become the right one. This is a time to work on you, especially if you're coming out of divorce and you're coming back in it. Work on you, work
mhm,
on the new you. Be ready to evolve, be ready to reposition yourself.
mhm.
um be ready. Stop saying ain't no good men out here. Your words
Oh,
attract what you
mhm,
say. All right,
mhm,
don't be so negative. A man is not attracted to negativity. A
mhm,
man is not attracted to a woman who seems, as they say, the young people, thirsty. All right, no, hold on. I close with this. Louis Vuitton, my favorite designer,
mhm,
they never go on sale.
mm,
If anything, every few months, you talk to the salespeople, they
mhm,
increase their price.
mm.
All right. They don't go on sale. You'll never find a discount store on them. They'll never go on sale. I asked the lady one day, I said, what do they do? And she said, we'll burn them before we put them on sale.
What?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes. So
Wow.
so they know their value.
Mhm,
You go in a Hermes store and ask for a Birkin,
mhm,
they'll tell you they don't have any. They'll give you a hard time
mhm,
because it increases your inquisitiveness. They also want to know whether you're serious.
mhm,
And then they'll say, oh, well, maybe I got something. That's
mhm.
because they know the value of what they have. Who put the
Ah,
value on it? The
mm,
manufacturer.
mhm, mhm,
Same thing with you all. My
mhm,
last word.
mhm,
God decides the manufactured suggested selling price,
mhm,
not man.
mm,
You then take
mhm,
what God has put in you
mhm,
and you add to the value
mhm.
and you let nobody discount you.
Oh, that's huge. That is so huge. Tell them one more time how they can contact you, Bishop.
So follow me everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And there's an app called Clubhouse that I'm on Monday, Wednesday, Friday from
Mhm,
3 o'clock until it's going on now. They do a podcast on there at Bishop Greg Davis. At Bishop Greg Davis. My
mhm.
website is gregdavisshow.com. Go get some books. And thank you again for having me.
You're so welcome. Thank you, Bishop. Well, viewers, what a fabulous conversation. I know you are leaving here with pearls of wisdom, and pearls are very exquisite and expensive. So do not forget, make sure that you show up for the remaining sessions because there is more to come. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll see you at the next session.